I'll use this one because like that's kind of two in one in a sense. By the end of April, Simple will be back opening in Navi.
Ooh, what's great about that is it would be a hot take anyway that he comes back because it's implied, but no one knows. He actually has to not only be Navi, he has to be the AWPer. So he's essentially going to replace Wonderful, right? He's going to come out the team.
That's the second part of my take, right?
Right.
I think that Navi, the Simple is going to go back to Navi because like he doesn't have anywhere else to go. I don't think anybody is going to pay what Navi is asking simply because the stock for Simple is down now. Simply because he didn't play for a long time. I still think he's good. He's still going to be the AWPer. He's not going to go back to Rifle. Like the second part of my take is that Wonderful is the best AWPer of the whole region there. And that's
Wait a minute. Oh, I think he's fucked up. Dude, Maui, I think he's actually fucked up. Do you know why I think he's fucked up?
Oh yeah, tell me why is it fuck up?
Are you implying Wonderful is better than Monacy?
Oh fuck!
You forgot Monacy existed, didn't you?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Second best.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
All right, second best AWPer.
Listen, that would have been a more spicy hot take, but I just don't think even you agree with that.
The thing is like I completely.
All right, second best then. But you're saying he's better than Simple, he's better than Shiro for you. That's a bit hot take.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think he's better than all of them right now, except for Monacy. The thing is like I haven't really counted Monacy into that region
sure.
because I was like,
he doesn't play from a team from there, sure.
Yeah. The thing is like I feel like Wonderful is so good. And he's been so underrated. I think Navi made a great move by getting him.
Killed it, yeah.
Like they got him from Sprout for some cheap money, and and it's like he's been one of the biggest reasons why they're playing so good. And they're playing, they qualified today as 3-1 against Bad Boom. And then it's just, I think that the way he's moving and the way he's doing things in CS2 is quite good. And it's a very high level, like if you just watch his games and the way he does things, right? And but unfortunately, he's not Simple, right? When Simple decides to go back because of his brand, because of his name, because of his popularity and like the history and the fact that he's a GOAT of CSGO, he's gonna get that opportunity
again. Oh, he definitely
again.
Will.
Right?
Yes.
There is no amount of Wonderfuls or Donks that will be, picked before Simple coming back, right? So I think before end of April, he's going to be back in Navi and Wonderful won't be in that team. Which ties us to another thing that Cloud9 should get Wonderful.
Do you know what's sad about that though, Kassad? I normally try not to do this, but I'm just going to mention it. Right? Obviously, people kept saying, and this was a stupid thing. The fans who were like, Simple should join Cloud9. And Simple expressly said, like, I obviously won't join a team with 4 Russians. Now, I will say as a joke there, no problem, Simple, they've got Hobbit. He's Kazakhstani, so it's 3 Russians. But I know what he means. He just means he won't join Cloud9, basically. Like, here's the problem. I agree. Wonderful would make that team great. One problem. His pinned tweet does say Russia is a terrorist state. So I'm just going to put that out there. I feel like someone with that pinned tweet might be on the same train as Simple. But then again, who knows if he doesn't have a team? Because the sad thing is, if we could take the politics shit out, if you had Wonderful to the Cloud9 team, I've got all sorts of hot takes we can make. I'll probably win a major. Like, why not? It's possible, right? I think that would be a banger team. The real sad thing about that state of affairs is, I'll take any of them, mate. I'll take any. It doesn't have to be Monacy or Simple. I'll take Dexter. Joke is if Shiro wants to go back, he won't. I'll take Shiro as well. Wonderful. These are all players I'd take. Like, all I need is just a vaguely good AWPer. If I get a really good one, I think that team's cooking. I'm with you, though. I think it'd be a banger move if he could do it. Wouldn't that be a perfect almost, right? Also, I even get the sense he wouldn't take insane resources. Like, he actually seems like a guy who will just slot in the team. So I think it'd be insane if Cloud9 had him, mate.
Like, it is crazy good. Like, unbelievably what he's shown in the last few months, the progress. I don't know if it's because of Blade or anybody else, or just the fact that the different vibe in the team, or they're just like meshed together well, or whatever the fuck is it, right? Maybe it's Alexi. I don't know. Like, maybe it's both, but he has been performing very, very high on a high level, and the amount of damage that he puts out on every single game is just what Navi was lacking, right? And that's why they're on the major.
Okay.
But
I'll tell you what.
Simple is coming back by the end of April. Now, this is like just a little disclaimer. I do not know anything behind the scenes.
Sure. Okay.
I absolutely know nothing. Sure. It's just me making a guess.
Yes.
Pretty much.
What do you think of that, Maui?
Simple saying that thing about Cloud9 with him not going to join a team with the 4 Russians was kind of, it was understandable, but it is a big letdown because it would have on paper just been so good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it'd be incredible.
Yeah, it would have been perfect actually. If I don't even care which one he replaces between Exile or Hobbit. Either would have been fine because
Yes.
Electronic, Boomich, and Perfecto have all been playing their 3 roles incredibly well, and so yeah, it's just flat out disappointing. And I don't really know what the landing spot necessarily would be then for Simple. I mean, if he's really incredibly tied to Ukraine and all their efforts, what's hilarious is what he could do is just absolutely fuck the guy that he's had beef with forever and just take Warrow's spot on Monty. But I don't think he would join a team with that little much of brand power. But I don't know. I don't think he's
or like if you wanna have Simple, you need to have at least 50 to 60.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. The problem is that they're a small
they're-
org. Yeah, exactly.
they're not getting him, and also like I mean, other teams from that region, like Spirit, they just got Shiro. They're not probably gonna. I mean, it's kind of almost the same deal of like he wouldn't join a team then with quote like 3 Russians because it'd be Chopper, Magix, and Donk.
Yep.
And then also like with VP.
And if I had to guess, I'm actually
Both,
surprised, by the way, that Spirit themselves, just like Forza, managed to escape all those sanctions. As far as I know, isn't that like a fucking CIS org? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know on that one, so I don't know if you'd also join the org. You don't know, right? So if it's not Na'Vi, it has to be an international team, probably, right?
Yes, exactly. And I was going to get to international teams and like who would he actually join? Well, teams that actually have the resources as an org would probably be more like a Liquid, but I don't think they can really ditch Cadian, given that, you know, I guess Cadian could swap. Like, Cadian could swap roles to become a rifler, but I think another, like, in terms of fit right now and having a team that's strong enough, funnily enough, like, imagine this.
You know
team,
what
like,
else that you forget? Like,
wait. Imagine this team first. Imagine Maus get their worst player out in Torzi and they get Simple. That team is also championship contender immediately.
That'd be ridiculous. But the thing is, like,
they wouldn't be able to afford him.
They can afford them like in a million years. That's Mouse. Even if they had the money, they wouldn't pay because they don't operate that way as an organization for years now. They will never do. But what can happen, my dear Maui, is the fact that like a Russian or well, not Russian, but Ukrainian or whatever, right? Some rich guy can put the resources into a new team.
So make a brand new squad. Yeah, just based around Simple.
Simple can pick the players and do this thing and make a championship team, right? Or super team or whatever you want to call it. That's the only like kind of downside of my take. I think it's either that or it's gonna be Na'Vi, but I do think it's gonna be Na'Vi because the system is already there. Everything is there. You just fit in and play, right? And I think that's gonna be like that.
And what they should do is, if they make that super team, is they should get Norbert and he'll renounce his Russian heritage and go full Armenian.
Here's what I think. One, I've got my own hot take.
There's a lot of political things, right?
That's why I said nothing about me. I just left it there, not to about the barge pole.
I know.
What I'll say is this. I will just say the joke is, actually all the hot takes get combined because I end up by purposely phrasing that earlier one like that. What you don't know is, in the end, Simple does come back, not as an AWPer. He rifles instead of Boros in Falcons and they win the next major. And then I'm just like, oh! Except actually, I need it to be a tournament, not the major, because that would be too far away, wouldn't it? Whatever. They win some LAN in summer then. How about that? Except that wouldn't happen. Right, here's to see more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content. Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.